Okay, so today we have John Prine and DeMent, and we have In Spite of Ourselves, and this is also from the album In Spite of Ourselves, and apparently this is the only track that John wrote, for this whole album. Everything else, I guess, was a cover. So anyway, this is from '99, and I didn't know what song to go with John Prine. My first reaction, this one is the most requested, and I guess, one of his best ones, one of his best ranked ones, so I said, well, I guess we'll go here. So anyway, let's get into it, talk about it after, and let's go.
She don't like her eggs all runny. She thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter bunny. She's my baby, I'm her honey. I'm never gonna let her go.
Yeah.
He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Caught him once and he was sniffing my undies. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done.
Oh.
Drinks his beer like it's oxygen. But he's my baby and I'm his honey. Never gonna let him go. Ooh.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes.
A gentle guitar.
She thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. I'm never gonna let her go.
He's got more balls than a big brass monkey. He's whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Sly as a fox, crazy as a loon. Payday comes and he's a howling at the moon. But he's my baby, I don't mean maybe. I'm never gonna let him go.
In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're gonna spike our noses right off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. In spite of ourselves.
Okay. John Prine and DeMent, and In Spite of Ourselves. So, coming into this, John Prine, like I said at the top, I didn't really explain it deeply, I guess, but I mean, it doesn't take long. I've never heard John Prine. I've never listened to the man. I know he passed. I know a lot of people love him. I know he's been acclaimed. But even when I grew up, my dad, my mom never listened to John. And finally, we have him here today for me to react to. And again, I don't know, maybe I should have picked something else where it's only him singing. I don't know, or something from the 70s, whatever. But I went with this, and I'm happy I did, because it's funny as hell. I mean, obviously. And I love the message here, too. But I'll just say off the top first. My goodness, John Prine, obviously at this point in his life, I don't know how old he was. Actually, hold on. So John was born in 1946, so he would have been like 54 This was 99, so like 53 around this time. Anyway, but I like how he has an older, gruff voice, of course. And again, I've never heard his voice when he was young either, so I have to do that. But either way, I love his older voice, and I love Iris. And I would say Iris is obviously younger than him, and she has that country twang. She has that old style, like Dolly Parton kind of sound, like I don't know, country music from like the 50s and 60s, which I do enjoy. You know, some Patsy Cline and stuff like that, some Tammy Wynette. But anyway, but of course, Iris here. And again, I've never heard anything from Iris. So I mean, I'm a virgin to both of these people, and that's one way to put it. But anyway, and so this was just a treat to hear. And again, yeah, I just love her country twang compared to his just gravelly, almost straightforward in a way voice. And yeah, they come together to make such a little nice duet. I mean, my God, and a funny duet. And I guess as well, when John wrote this and he wanted Iris to do it with him, I guess his wife, John's wife, as I saw in Genius bio here, Genius.com's bio in the song, I guess John's wife called Iris and teased her about it, because some of these lines are a bit out there, I guess you might say. And apparently Iris said she had a hard time singing some of those first lines when she first came in. And I could just imagine, and again, John Prine, at this point in 99 too, being a living legend, and he wants you to be on a song with him. I mean, you're gonna say yeah, probably, and then just reading some of the lyrics, and you're probably thinking, my goodness, what's he writing here? Anyway, but it's fun, and it's all done in love, in the name of love, because of course here we're talking about. And I don't know if John wrote this about his wife or what's going on, or if he's just writing about unlikely couples, and you might even say that about John and Iris here in the song, because they have such different voices, and but they come together and create such magic, and I don't know, there's a quirkiness about it, there's a novelty about it, I want to say, and I really enjoyed that. So anyway, but of course, unlikely couples, which I find adorable. I gotta say, couples that that don't seem like they would go together, I don't know, and but in spite of everything, in spite of themselves, in spite of their differences, they make it work, and they love each other, and they'll never leave each other, and that's basically the whole point of the song. And yeah, and I love the gentle guitar playing, I have to say too. There wasn't really much else except for the voices and the guitar. I think there's more than one guitar, I want to say, but just the gentle chord progression, you might say, the gentle chords, and because again, the focal point was the voices here, and I don't know if you could hear anything, even if there was a louder guitar on this, if you would be able to hear it over John's gravelly, commanding voice. I mean, that's really what came to my mind here. But almost, I don't mean this in a bad way, but he sounded older than he was here. I mean, I have to say, he was in like his early 50s, mid 50s, but he just has such a gravelly, I don't know, voice that, it sounds like he's seen some stuff, he's done some stuff, and I can imagine he did. And anyway, so I just really enjoy that, and kind of talking about the, celebrating, their love for each other, their faith in each other, and all that stuff. And doesn't that just make you sick? My goodness. So anyway, let's go into these lyrics now, because why not? So, she don't like her eggs all runny. So I like where we go from the get-go. I hate to start yapping automatically, but just, I don't know, it's such so detail oriented. We're automatically talking about how she likes her eggs. And again, you got to be intimate with each other. You got to be close with each other to know how she likes her eggs, to go there off the top. Anyway, she thinks crossing her legs is funny. She looks down her nose at money. She gets it on like the Easter Bunny. And when he said that, I was like, what does that mean? I guess, I don't know, she gets going like the Easter Bunny, we're talking about in the bedroom. I guess, the Easter Bunny's nuts, I guess. She's my baby, I'm her honey. Again, so beautiful, so lovey-dovey. My God, I'm never going to let her go. Straightforward as hell. I'm never going to let her go. And, because she's my baby, I'm her honey, and we have our differences. We do things differently, but we love each other. And then here comes Iris, and she gets some good lines here. He ain't got laid in a month of Sundays. Because, again, I feel like when you're in a relationship for that long and you're older, I guess you might say, because I do picture an older couple here, maybe. But anyway, but yeah, maybe you don't get going in the bed as much as at least as you used to, I guess you might say. Because at this point, it's like, I mean, you're used to each other, and that's, I guess, there's more to the relationship with that than that. And anyway, I'm not in that position, so I don't know what's going on. But anyway, he hasn't gotten laid in a while, and both of them are, that the relationship isn't even really about sex anymore, I guess. They're just loving each other other ways. I caught him once, and he was sniffing my undies. And again, maybe he got he got a little bit horny, as he goes on to say later. And and he had to find a pair of her undies, I guess, whatever to do. And because again, he hadn't getting laid in a month of Sundays. And anyway, but at the same time, maybe that's just, one of his hobbies. I don't know. He ain't too sharp, but he gets things done. Again, they're just jabbing each other back and forth, but it's all done in the name of love. Drinks his beer like it's oxygen, so he sounds like an alcoholic in a way. And she's kind of, making fun of that, but at the same time, she puts up with it. He knows, it's maybe not good, whatever. But maybe she's, going, a little too far. Maybe she's, what's the word I'm looking for? Making it more dramatic than it actually is. But it's a great line anyway. He's my baby. I'm his honey. I'm never going to let him go. Again, we finish off the first or the second verse like the first one. And then the chorus where they both come in, which I love their voices put together. In spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. Against all odds, honey, we're the big door prize. We're going to spite ourselves, spite our noses off of our faces. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. And again, I guess at the end of the life, perhaps it comes to mind, we'll be sitting on the rainbow, we're the big door prize, we'll love each other forever, basically, in spite of each other, we'll, spite our noses off, we're so different, but at the same time, we love each other so much, and, there won't be nothing that can change that, and that will stop us from, dancing and from our hearts dancing and all that stuff. Again, it's, so positive. It's so nice. It's so beautiful and adorable and cute. Good Lord. And I can imagine this has probably been used at a few weddings, you would think. Anyway, she thinks all my jokes are corny. Convict movies make her horny. I get very detailed. She likes ketchup on her scrambled eggs. Now, I gotta say, I know some people are against that. I like ketchup on my scrambled eggs. I like ketchup on a lot of things I make. I have to say, I love ketchup on grilled cheese. I'll say, my Kraft dinner, of course. Like scrambled eggs, my rice. I'll put it on rice even too. I mean, I love ketchup. I'm going to say. So I'm happy with the wife here anyway. Swears like a sailor when she shaves her legs. She takes a licking and keeps on ticking. It sounds like, if she gets hurt, she'll get right back up on her feet. If she gets knocked down 1,000 times, she'll get back up 1,001 times. I'm never going to let her go. Again, she's his and he's hers. The fourth verse here, he's got more balls than a big brass monkey. I like how he gave Iris the more kind of out there lines. It's kind of funny. Anyway, he's a whacked out weirdo and a love bug junkie. Again, junkie and whacked out. I mean, I don't know if we're talking about drugs here or not, but anyway, sly as a fox and crazy as a loon. It sounds like, the husband here is a little bit, he's out there, but she loves him for it. Payday comes, he's howling at the moon, and I know that feeling. He's my baby. I don't mean maybe. He's not maybe my baby. He is my baby. Maybe that's a reference to Buddy Holly's song, Maybe Baby. I don't know. But, she's saying, it's not maybe, it is. He's my baby and I'm her honey. And, we keep doing that. Anyway, in spite of ourselves, we'll end up sitting on a rainbow. And that chorus comes back in. There won't be nothing but big old hearts dancing in our eyes. Again, it's so loving. It's so beautiful. And the outro there with John saying, in spite of ourselves. Da, da, da. It's just, what a great tune. I hate to have to pause because I'm almost done. But anyway, great, beautiful, pretty, upbeat, song, that lifts your spirits, and it just makes you feel so nice and so pure. And maybe it makes you wish, if you don't have your partner now, it probably makes you wish you had someone like this, even if they're, completely different from you, you still might love them. And, and it still works. And in spite of everything, in spite of ourselves, it still works. And, they'll be there forever for you. So anyway, I'm sure the people watching this, if you don't have anybody, you'll find your somebody someday. My goodness. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for requesting John Prine here. What a treat this was. And a good song to end off my little recording that I'm doing today, because this was very nice, and really, like I said, it lifts up your spirit. So anyway, thanks again for everything. Thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. I'm gonna go now. I'm sweating. It's hot as hell, but had to get some videos done. And thanks for everything, and rest in peace of John Prine. It's been 4 years, but I've never listened to the man, and here we are. So anyway, thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.